Hi there! Welcome to Storytime with Lisa and my viola. It is pronounced viola. Can you say that with me? Viola. Excellent. You've got it. Today's story is called The Whiskerly Family's Great Adventure. Once upon a time, there was a family of mice called the Whiskerlys. Mama Whiskerly and her 8 children. And like every mouse family I know, they love to scurry here and scurry there. Well, this story takes place on a cold and windy winter day out in the country on Farmer Mary Dairy's farm. On this cold and windy winter day, you could hear the wild dogs howling out in the woods. You could hear the wind blowing the tree branches against the window panes in the barn. Well, Mommy Whiskerly and her 8 children lived in the basement of Farmer Mary Dairy's barn. And on this cold and windy winter day, the Whiskerly family was in their basement apartment, shaking and shivering. It was so cold. Well, Mama Whiskerly was looking in the kitchen cupboards, and she said, "Children, I don't think we have quite enough food for the long winter ahead of us. I think we have to go out in the field, out in that big oak tree, and get some acorns." So Mama Whiskerly and her 8 children put their backpacks on, opened up their apartment door, went up the steps, across the barn floor, past the rooster, across the field, and up into the oak tree. Well, there they were, the Whiskerly family, up in the oak tree, picking acorns, putting them in their backpacks. Every once in a while, they'd drop one. Down the tree they ran, across the field, into the barn, past the rooster. But what farm animal that likes to eat mice and sounds like this? The cat. Well, Kitty Catty Kitty Coo saw the Whiskerly family and she went charging. Did she get them? No. They ran into their basement apartment and slammed the door in her face. Whew. Well, Mommy Whiskerly looked around and counted her children to make sure they all got back safe and sound. Let's see if they did. One was missing. Baby Whiskerly got left behind. If you listen carefully, you can hear her shaking and crying up in the oak tree. Well, Mommy Whiskerly said, "Children, we have to go get her." They opened their apartment door, went up the steps, across the barn floor, past the rooster, and across the field and up into the oak tree. Well, there was baby Whiskerly shaking and crying. Mommy Whiskerly said, "Honey, it's okay. We'll take you home." Down the tree they went, across the field and into the barn, past the rooster. And who should come out but Farmer Mary Dairy to milk the cow. And who should come with her to get some fresh milk? Kitty Catty Kitty Coo. Well, Kitty Catty Kitty Coo saw the Whiskerly family and she came charging again. Did she get them this time? No. They ran into the basement apartment and slammed the door in her face. Whew. Well, Mommy Whiskerly looked around and counted her children again to make sure they were all home safe and sound. Let's see if they made it back this time. They're all back. Mommy Whiskerly said, "Children, it's been a long morning. Why don't we lay down and take a nap?" And so that's what they did. And if you know this melody, you can hum along. Or if you know no words to this melody, you can sing along. The end. Well, I hope you enjoyed story time. Now I can show you how I made some of those silly sounds on my viola. If you remember, the beginning of the story has some wild dogs howling in the woods. I make that sound by using a series of harmonics on my string. Another sound I made was the tree branches clacking against the window panes in the barn. I made that sound by playing with the wood side of my bow. Not the horsehair, but the wood side. That's called collegno, with the wood. Another sound I made was, of course, the mice family scurrying and hurrying everywhere. I made that sound by playing with just two fingers, one after the other, quickly up the string and down the string. And then another sound I made was shivering in the cold winter. The poor Whiskerly family. I make that sound by playing very fast, which is called tremolo, and very close to the bridge. This is the bridge. And when I play very fast, tremolo, and close to the bridge, ponticello, you get a very shivery, cold sound. Another sound I made was the cat meowing. Kitty, catty, kitty, coo. I do that by playing on my top string, the A string, and I put my finger kind of in the middle and bend it on the string. And the last funny sound I made was the cow sound of mooing. I do that by playing on my bottom string, the C string. And I'm going to turn the peg. You can see the string is attached to the peg. And I'm going to turn it down. And then I'll turn the peg up to make the moo sound. And that's my cow sound. Well, I hope you enjoyed story time. See you next time.